should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about if you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone. Was it too much to ask for you? Anything that you asked for, you know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you everything. See, I would've done anything for you. Now you won't pick up when I call you. It was late night texting to a yawning.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today on to week 15.
Oh, what you done conjure up, Nate? What cheat code
as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants.
Right.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Oh, you'd be hiding in a minute.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yeah.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Cooks will come in motion right. Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be.
That's what he doing.
Early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. These two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here at MetLife Stadium. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. They'll throw with May. And this is caught for the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Know what he's doing? Snatch back in.
The angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back. But when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Crazy, crazy.
To the air, May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. The Giants at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5
That's
months.
what he doing.
You know
He's
you're ready
getting
for
back
some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Oh, he ain't scared to be back no more.
Two yards still to go. Third down now.
Here we go, sir. Lady, what's up?
To throw, it's May. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by 20 there on 3rd and 1. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
I'm playing in my other league.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. James Cook, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Who the fuck is doing it? Oh. I just don't understand why he won't mute his mic.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
Skiddy bop bop. That's all you doing.
Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Get in the wreck. Oh, god damn!
Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Foster.
God damn!
Gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3 barely. But the mark shows first down.
Oh, man. I thought you was skidly bop bopping. Yeah, I want to learn how to do that. That shit is hard to stop.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well. And a pickup big yardage.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks always tell the ball boy.
Jalen Hurts taking it in from the 20. And the Commanders are
Skiggity
extra
bop,
point away
bop.
from drawing level.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they
Hey, I want to hear that when we in the wreck.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Skiggity bop bop. That's what I want to hear. I don't know.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And now this is
I don't know.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
I don't know if he's lying to me or not, but you know, I gotta take it. I gotta take it as a word. You want to skiggity bop bop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd and 10. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
What you playing?
25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Oh, you did say that. Oh, yeah, you finna start hollering.
They go play action with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
This is Brown going up the middle. And here he'll get it down to 7. They get 11 back on that one. Moves to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you show
I've been
that
hearing that a lot.
Long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not from the logo. I think you lied.
A 22-yard attempt.
7-7, our score after 1. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they got it with a 4th down coming up. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this pass caught by Gray. Down the right sideline. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Danny Gray with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have regained the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kicking team for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too. Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know the security point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a third.
Yeah, he got a good shot.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field.
I mean, curve shot is fast, period.
Once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Quay Walker. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
They go play action with May. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
That one, he's really going to be hot.
Kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And who's got it? The Giants. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
From the gun, it's made. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Wow.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
What happened?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing here is May. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Going out there.
Cover downfield.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown. New York lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The offense on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side.
I know.
Did they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Curry on steroids.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to the hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's May. Look here, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. May going to bat this one forward. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Looking to throw. May. Finding room in midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Running the slant, Gray with it. will be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Watson. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Oh, shit. I don't give a fuck.
9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again.
Man.
He's got his target. That's complete. Away and touchdown, New York. Marvin Harrison Jr. as the first half is winding down.
I think I've seen one.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And a route is on.
Just pull up the city menu. You ain't see it? Oh.
This first half as the kicks away.
Oh, it must be something going on.
Past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Hurts. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 1st and 10 is Charbonnet. They'll get this down to the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. An offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. Straight ahead they go with Ali. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up.
Yeah, they must got something going on.
Yeah, once more.
They didn't want to pay.
Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Well, you know, nice.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be
Donald Trump thing.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
Nate know about that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, ain't no racial going on. Racial comments going on. I'm sorry.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Well, that sounds like niggerish. But I mean, I wouldn't say you ran the Breakfast Club like Donald Trump. I think you more target people that, like, if y'all got into it, you would be more, if you have more access to block them. Because you pretty much running the chat. But I mean, just because he got into it with you, I didn't find it necessary to, block him. I mean, from the chat period, I mean, you can just block him from, I don't know. The only person I ever blocked in this chat was DJ. And that's because he got personal.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
But, I had to, learn how to, just ignore DJ.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Right back to Brown. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm gonna tow this nigga my motorcycle. He gonna wear it out.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be signed on 4th down. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. They go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now. After
Lord.
At the 43-yard line.
To the air, May. Finds his receiver, Watson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun, 3rd down is May. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
All right, that's so.
And he couldn't get
That's center that could shoot.
Kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He don't have no.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
So rebounding now.
Advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. An inside give, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Probably when he starts chat.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's
Hey, did that boy
Sports.
respond?
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Yeah.
Throwing is Hurts.
Yeah, Detroit.
Caught by Cade Otton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 men. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Chase Brown taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a nice return.
Doing that.
Pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 6. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chase Brown with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with the 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you get him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
No, you're not.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Oh, Lord.
On play action, May. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards.
Wow, that goddamn finger ain't for me.
Yes, it will, and he's got a 1st down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. He'll look to throw here. Finding Gray on the out route. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Well, I mean, you're not cheating.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Steven.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
For a Giants. First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Over the middle here, towed in by Watson. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 5, here's second and 2.
You'll be hollering.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
May going to bat this one forward. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4
Bates' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points.
I got to see this.
They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know. If you're
What
an
the
offensive
3?
coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless
That ain't good
tells
enough.
you to do so. And maybe you have to click them off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
You got your badge on?
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
Oh.
They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Giants, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
job, fella.
All right, partner.
Right.
Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is.